Hello, my name is Stephanie Zacharias, and in this video I will be discussing my final action research report. So my action research had to do with reading comprehension. The students that I work with struggle severely with reading comprehension. I am a special education inclusion teacher at an elementary school in West Palm Beach, Florida. So I decided to research methods on how to help students understand what they basically read. And I wanted to make it fun and exciting because I'm working with third grade students and I'm also working with second grade students. So I couldn't find anything up to date. So I attended a faculty meeting and I was talking to a first grade teacher, and she suggested five-finger retell. And then eventually, after working with the curriculum, I saw thinking aloud, and I also saw graphic organizers were used frequently. So I decided to test these three higher order thinking activities on my second grade students because this past summer I was able to work summer school, and I just thought, hey, might as well test it out. So I introduced each thinking activity to my second grade students at small group sessions, and every activity was modeled. So after about a month, after learning about all these three activities, the students then took a reading comprehension exam on a second grade level. Now, whether they weren't on a second grade level, it's okay. I just wanted to see what methods they would use. And I also wanted to prepare them for any assessments that they take in the third grade, such as FSQs or USA, and essentially prepare them for the FSA. So after watching them take the reading comprehension exam and asking them questions about which activity they preferred the most, it was a tie between five-finger retell and thinking aloud. Now, I understand five-finger retell because you get to use your hand and each finger represents a different part of the story. The thumb is the characters, pointer finger is the settings, then you have beginning, middle, and end. So that was understandable because, it's fun. But thinking aloud was kind of odd to see them pick it. I mean, most of my kids are talkers, so I guess they liked to pause and think about what they just read, which was fine. Graphic organizer was not the best choice for them because they're still learning how to write and it's very hard for them to come up with their own thoughts. So when comparing this to my last action research project, I worked with my third grade students at my elementary school where I normally work at. And these students had lower reading levels than my second grade students. So I essentially had more time to go over each activity. And they really enjoyed the five-finger retell. They kind of liked thinking aloud. And graphic organizer was just kind of like a relief for some of my students. So that was neat. And I was able to use iReady assessment to gather my data. In this action research project, I essentially had to come up with my own type of assessment to see whether or not they liked these certain activities. Now, after doing both of these action research projects, they are extremely beneficial to my teaching because this school year I'm teaching fifth grade students as well as fourth and third since I'm an inclusion teacher. And I really wanted to test it on Gen Ed fifth grade students to see which method they prefer. maybe they like the graphic organizer and not Five Finger Retail, because they're older and a little more mature and they're going into middle school, so they can't, like the fun stuff. So that'd be interesting to see. I enjoy doing action research projects because it's beneficial for the teacher and it's also beneficial for the students. In regards to teaching and learning, I enjoyed everything about it. It's an interesting process. So I like doing action research. I wouldn't mind doing something in relation to math because I've only focused on reading. So maybe there are activities that make the students think about how to solve a problem, which is pretty neat. So I hope you enjoyed this video.